So this is a website that I've installed called the Budget site. And the Budget site is an inherently vulnerable website. So there are built-in vulnerabilities of all kinds, and it's a great target for us to leverage for spidering, footprinting, and even vulnerability scanning. So I'm showing you here that we can navigate through the site. We see some typical features such as login, shopping baskets, product lists, and searches. So now we've shifted over to the OWASP Z attack proxy, or ZAP. Now this is a tool provided by OWASP.org that can serve as what we refer to as an attack proxy. Okay, more about that in a bit. First, I'm going to configure it to spider the Budget site. So I'm going to take this URL, we're going to paste it. We can set up how many levels deep we will scan within the site. We'll go ahead and initiate the scan. And remember that the purpose of mirroring or spidering a site like this is so that we can get a full copy of this offline and start tweaking it and attacking it and manipulating the site. This can minimize detection and potential suspicion around our activities. If we can find vulnerabilities or issues with the site in our own offline copy, then we can be a bit more surgical when we go back to the online copy of the site as to what we want to do. So the ZAP attack proxy, or Z attack proxy, has many different features. We just looked at the spidering feature, but I'm going to take it a step further and actually initiate an attack on the site. You can see that it's combing through all the URLs, it's posting information to the basket.jsp files, and it's trying to find vulnerabilities from SQL injection type vulnerabilities, buffer overflows, etc. So this scan is complete. So let's take a look on the left-hand side in the bottom left. We now see a number of alerts. So you see that there are some cross-site scripting alerts that have popped up. So this site appears to be vulnerable to XSS, also appears to be vulnerable to SQL injection, meaning that an attacker could potentially manipulate the input of a form and pass through additional SQL statements to the database. Other vulnerabilities that this site is subject to are listed on the bottom left, including cookie configuration, a whole host of buffer overflows. It looks like it found 46 potential buffer overflows, and those happen to be multiple copies, I believe, of the basket.jsp file. And so basically this file, or the input for this file, can be manipulated as to create and cause a potential buffer overflow. And if that's done in such a way that malicious code can be introduced, then ownership of that site and control of that site can be instantiated from the perspective of a hacker.